Welcome to episode 5 of the Lou Wei Show. Today we're going to talk about the economic system that is going on today, and how if we don't get any help, that the economy is going to crash. Not crash, but be in a deep decline. Congress has yet to make a deal on the $600 a week due to the fact of the Republicans stonewalling in their negotiations. You keep hearing about it's Congress, like it's the Democrats' fault, and they're not negotiating when they had a bill on the table since May, extending everything that you see, what people need as of today. Anything less than the $600 will decline a lot of stuff. People are not going to spend the way they need to or want to. The economy is not going to be stable the way it should. And the $600 has also created a divide between working and not working, which is another problem. If someone is making $600, which the talking point is we're making more, which is not true. But let's just run with their talking point that you're making more on unemployment than you are working. Then that means there's a problem with the wages, because the economy wasn't stable as it was. Let me take that back. The economy wasn't stable enough at the minimum wage where it was at. So if you're saying that the $600 is somewhat stabilizing the economy and giving it somewhat a little boost while this pandemic is going on, then you have to look at things beforehand. Because no matter what you believe in what Trump says about his so-called economy that was booming, the truth is it wasn't booming. It was not. And this right here should give people the sense and the idea that his economy was not booming. It was piggybacking off of the Obama administration, and all he had to do was come in and just maintain it. But he hates Obama so much that he wanted to flip it. Yeah, he did maintain it for a little bit, but he mishandled a lot of shit. And here we are today. So with that being said, for the people who are employed, bless you. Glad you're working. For the people that are unemployed, bless you. Things will get better. And for the people that are employed, feeling some type of way about the people that are unemployed by no fault of their own. And yes, I acknowledge there are people on both ends. Even if you are working, you still can be lazy. There are people on both ends that, like to be lazy. Pretty much just lay up and do whatever. But if you are working and you see someone who's not, don't assume that they're being lazy or whatever, because that's not true. There's no jobs for people to go to. And if you tell someone to go get a job in this time, A lot of people who are laid off at this time are food workers. I know because I'm one of them. There's no jobs in that type of industry. So for us, and then on top of that, we have issue with daycares and schools not being open at the moment. So we can actually really work and get back to the way things are normal. And that's what I mentioned in the last episode about don't put your kids in harm's way. You can go out there and get a job right now, but it'll be in an unsafe environment, minimum wage, and we all know that's $7.25, and you're gonna get work like a dog just to be sick at the end of the day. And on top of that, who's watching your kids? So a lot of people are in this type of bind. So for you as being employed, saying go get a job to someone who has been laid off or has been cut from their job because of this pandemic is disingenuous. It's asinine and it's baffling. And you should stop comparing your economic value, which is what goes on in your household, to someone else's. Because what you eat don't make me shit. Everybody lives by their own means, whatever case that is, but everybody wants to live by the basic needs, 100%, which is, just to live. And in this time, that's not really happening because of the situation that's going on right now. And you're about to have, if this doesn't go the way that things are going, well, if it continues to go the way that it is going, then again, as I said earlier, the economy is going to be in a decline, going further into a depression. So at the end, we can't go lower than $600. There's nothing that's open for people to even go back to work or consider work. And even if, say for instance, you do want to go find a job or another essential job, the other essential job will probably be in the healthcare field. And that requires training and money and time. Again, something that as of right now, we don't have. At the end of the day, we are supposedly be living in the most powerful nation, the most freest nation in the world. And I still cannot understand why is there a back and forth argument about taking care of what people need, knowing that the people need this. But again, I think that it has to do with the notion of who is on unemployment, who is unemployed. And we all know that it's the POC, people of color, that are unemployed more than the people who are employed, which are more non-color, that are mostly employed, from what I see. You can go back and forth with me on that if you want. And again, I'll listen and just show me where I'm wrong at on that. That's what this is about. Correcting me if you know that I'm wrong. But that's just what I see. And I see a lot of people of non-color telling people to get back to work, get back to work, get back to work. I see people of non-color telling people of color to get back to work, get back to work, get back to work, when there is no work for them to get back to. A lot of people of color hold jobs in the field that you guys consider essential now, which is the food industry and the healthcare field. And again, it's a 50-50 split the way I look at it. And I can tell you right now, it's a lot. The 50% that's in the healthcare field maintain their jobs, and the other 50% that was in the food industry, it's about 25% of that possibly lower than that. I'm gonna have to do more studying on it. But as of right now, I think that is cut in half. If you do it in the 50-50 range, 50% would be in the healthcare, and then the 50% that would be in the food. And if you cut that 50% in the food in half, it'll be 25% that are still working. And even those 25% that are working, their hours have been cut. And it goes into a tier like if you were in the food industry and you were working full time, now you've been reduced to part time. And then the part time people that were working pretty much don't have a job. I know this because I was a manager, and before I got laid off, I had to do those things. So again, I have a family. I live by need. I have needs and stuff like that. So yes, I relied on the $600. It went straight to the bills, paid things off, and yeah, here I am. Now, mind you, you don't make shit on regular unemployment as it is. So by them boosting it up for that, lets you know that they already know during this pandemic laying people off and being on regular unemployment definitely will not keep the economy afloat. You could look at or try to twist those statistics any way you like, but if you look at that bottom line about regular unemployment and why they put that enhancement in there in the first place, it should let you know about how the wages are really fucked up in this nation, and how there is really a disparity. What we need right now is definitely Congress to hurry this up. Well, I won't say Congress. Let's just say the Republican Senate, because that's where the bill is at right now. What the Democrats have is the bill that they had back in March, which extends everything, the unemployment, along with hazard pay, which was supposed to be in the first bill. But I think that the Republicans wanted that out to cause this divide between working and non-working. Because as you see, as soon as that happened, it was, they're getting $600 on unemployment and I have to continue working for this little wage. Yeah, I agreed. It's fucked up. 100%. The workers should had the hazard pay along with the unemployed getting the $600. And when they passed that bill, they included that again. They included the hazard pay along with extending the unemployment so everybody can be equal and even again. And what you have right now is the Republicans waited a week until everything expired to try to negotiate with Democrats about the bill, and they wanted to lower everything and make us people who have been laid off or fired from our jobs to make it seem like we're lazy, and this $600 is keeping us away from work. And again, it can go back in the circle. There's nothing to work with. There's no jobs that are open. And if you tell somebody who was making $15, $16 an hour at their job to go find another one. Okay, so I got to stoop from 15 to 725, and then I'm already making shit on unemployment. So now when I go make this 725 and I don't know how many hours they're going to give me, that hour is going to match up depending on, say, if I'm bringing home from unemployment let's say 300 a week. Now I don't work 10 hours a week at this job because that's only for 725 and that's all they had to offer. I'm going to get probably $100 check from them, then get a check from unemployment / because I worked. So it's going to equal back out to the same 300 that I would have got from unemployment. Do you see where this is going? It's a no-win situation. No-win situation. Either way it go, you're still going to have this person struggling. So again, wages need to be addressed. They need to raise up, not to 15, not to 16, but they need to be raised up to what they should be, which is $20 to $25 an hour. That's what minimum wage is. That is living. That will give us the basic needs that we need to survive. Everything. We can actually live, not work to live. You know. So yeah, with that being said, please let me know what you think about this. Give me some feedback. And yeah, that'll be the end of today's episode, episode 5. I look forward to doing episode 6 with you guys. Thank you for tuning in to the Lou Wade Show. And yeah, have a great day. Peace, love, and balance, y'all.